Hey guys, this is Manga here with a new video. I've done a video like this before, but with two ways, drawing action poses. But this is going to be a little more defined, where I'm going to be drawing poses for like samurais and the way they hold their swords and stuff like that. Now, some of these designs are going to be from from my mind. Some of these designs are going to be from actual images from maybe other illustrations that I think can inspire you to maybe want to draw a character, a samurai character. Some of the designs are from actual photographs, from either from magazines or Google Images and stuff like that. And when I say I'm not like drawing directly from them, but that's where I got the idea. And again, like I said, some of them are just from my head. And this is like some of the ways that I practice. So in a way, you're not just me come up with and draw and stuff like that. You're also seeing practice. In my current comic, Apple Black, which you can read the first 3 chapters, well, 4 chapters for on Saturday AM. Not the links to what Saturday AM is, and it's a digital bi-monthly magazine. The links to what Saturday AM is and the links to what my comic's about and stuff like that, I'll leave links to that in the About section below, so y'all can check that out. You can also purchase the book, because Volume 1 was released last December. So back to this video. Drawing samurai characters is actually more, it can be more challenging than it seems at first, because there's a technique to it, right? There's a certain way these people, like the samurais, hold the swords and stuff like that. And if you want to be very accurate in what you do, if you're drawing like a samurai character, or in a pose or stance, maybe about to swing his sword and stuff like that, there's an actual way they do it. So if you want to be very accurate, you can go do some research, or use this video for reference if you like, and you can see me come up with these poses and stances and stuff like that. And not always do you want to be accurate. There's sometimes maybe you don't want to for some creative reasons. Well, for instance, there are comics where the character will be using one hand, and that's just to show how skilled the person is, or how basically cool the person is with the sword and stuff like that. Because generally, samurais use both hands. But you read some manga, watch some anime where the character is using one hand, just to emphasize maybe how strong they are. Because using both hands it kind of gives you more strength. So yeah, just coming up with poses for that, and I hope you guys enjoy. It's one of those things where I don't really have too many characters in my comic that use swords as much. I made this guy a little elf guy, but yeah, I don't really have too many characters that use swords. But there are some, and these kind of drawings come in handy in the sense that I draw it now, and it's like practice, right? To get that stance down, to get like the actual accurate stance down. You don't want the characters to be holding, if they're holding a samurai sword, because this is kind of specific to a samurai, but if you're holding something similar to a samurai sword, you want them to be, and if I want the stance or the pose to be accurate, this is where stuff like that comes in handy. So basically, you're watching me come up with these poses and stuff like that. So guys, something to keep in mind is that when you're drawing, and I've given this tip before, when you're drawing characters and dynamic poses or things like that, even when you're drawing some building designs, you want to come up with basic shapes in the beginning that describe or show the pose itself, or the character at its simplest form before you go in with the details. And that's like going in with the clothes and stuff like that. So those come in secondhand. The hard part is coming up with the actual pose, and there's so many ways to do it. There are people that draw more guidelines than usual, or just enough guidelines to where they can now end the actual pose and come up with the clothing, add in the hair, add in glasses if the character has, similar to what I did with the hairy half elf, half ogre character that I just drew as a as a samurai. But yeah, is to add details after you've done, you know, the hard part. It's easier that way. It's much easier that way. Just keep your, I don't know, eraser on standby, and if you're having trouble getting the actual pose, you can also, you know, don't be afraid to use the eraser to erase until you get what you want. Another tip I have is kind of after drawing, before you just keep drawing, keep your head down till the drawing is over, kind of always take a few breaks in between to look back and look for errors. And that's one of the strongest things that will help you improve, is if as you're drawing you're seeing your errors and you're fixing them as you draw, as you move along. It'll make things, you know, more accurate once you do get to the end. And I know it helped me a lot when I would draw something, look at the mistakes and immediately fix. Whether I was drawing something, you know, off the top of my head, or I was, you know, drawing something from life, or I was, you know, just drawing anything really. You look for the errors and you fix immediately. So I think the skill is to learn to see your errors like real quick and fix. That, you know, those come in really, really handy. I've done a video like this before, and it was just like 20 ways to draw action poses. This is just a little bit more defined. A lot of people liked the previous video, so I thought, you know, why don't I try something more defined? And I'll keep doing stuff like this, and maybe a little more, you know, different each time, but with the same idea. So if you like this, if you like the series and you want this series to continue, please don't forget to like and comment and stuff like that, because, you know, that's how I kind of gauge if you guys are interested in these kind of stuffs, and, you know, make me want to continue like the series and stuff like that. I'm kind of thinking of drawing manga eyes for the next video, but not just drawing manga eyes like all the other manga eye videos out there, but, you know, something where I'm focused on the types. You know, you see some manga eyes, some specific manga eyes where you have a character with basically for his pupils, or, you know, his iris or whatever, it's basically a dot, and those kind of dots, kind of eyes, are for some specific types of characters and stuff like that. So that's what I'll really touch on. So it'll be a little more tutorial-y than this video, which is basically just you guys, you know, giving you guys reference in a way for drawing characters in like samurai poses, but at the same time allowing you guys watch me practice in a way. That will be a little more detail, where I'll be drawing manga eyes and kind of letting you guys know, how they get assigned in a way. Certain characters have certain eyes most of the time, because they evoke some kind of response. So I'll be talking about that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know if I can do 20 ways of that. That'll be a challenge. But there are a lot of, you know, interesting styles out there, and techniques out there for drawing eyes. So it should be, you know, hopefully it's fun. But, you know, that's what I'm thinking. It might not be the next video right now, but that's kind of like what I'm thinking about. If you guys have any ideas of things you want me to draw, I'll come up with 20 ways. Any help you guys want from me, you can just let me know, and I'll try my best to tackle it if it's, you know, it's worth the hassle. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm just gonna come up with the remaining 5 or 6 or whatever, the remaining poses. And again, don't forget to like, don't forget to leave a comment if you have any questions, or leave a comment on what you want me to do next. It may not be this 20 ways series, it could be anything. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested in stuff like this. I'd like to thank you guys for 20,000 subscribers. I just reached that. Now I'll have a video, that will probably be the next video where I'm addressing that directly. Really thank you guys for 20,000 subscribers. I really got 20 faster than I thought I would. So yeah, that's that. Again, if you're interested in Apple Black at all, the volume is out. Came out last December. It's been out. If you want to purchase it and stuff like that, leave links to that below. Want to read the first 4 chapters to get prepped, I guess, leave links to that below as well. Details and things on Saturday AM, I'll leave links to that. And yeah, it's been a blast. Thanks for watching. This is White Manga, and I'm out. Oh, and by the way, this pose right now, the pose I'm drawing right now, it's I was basically drawing like Rurouni Kenshin, one of the first animes that I ever came across. So yeah, ciao.